Hi everyone, it's Nicole and I'm here with another layout using the Double Scoop September Studio Calico kit. And this is the fourth layout and it took me an hour and 14 minutes to complete. And I'm just showing you some of the stuff that I might be using. And again, I'm going to the kit first. So all the stuff I'm showing you right now is from the kit. All the stars, the feathers, the wood grain stars, the sequins, these die cuts. They were a 12 by 12. That on the back it was all cutouts. There's a couple sheets from Amy Tangerine, and this one is from Studio Calico. And I'm gonna put the whole thing on a grid background that's also from Amy Tangerine. So I'm just gonna cut the branding strip, and then when I flipped it over, I thought, I like that branding strip. It's gray, which is some of the colors that I plan on using on this layout. And it has arrows. So this is the second layout that I was saying that I wanted to, that I had done of my daughter and my son. And just to, emphasize on their relationship, and the title, I guess, of this layout is My Not So Little Brother, because it wasn't that long ago that we have pictures and he is over a foot smaller than, shorter than she is. And now he towers over her. He's like 4 or 5 inches above her. So she says he's her not so little brother. And I want to use that template again from this Crafter's Workshop, and it's a nice template. It has almost like falling hearts all over the template, and then it kind of has splatters. So I'm using the pale tomato, and I also took the charcoal, and what I wanted to do was I thought I wanted to do just charcoal, but then what I ended up doing is putting pale tomato also on the splatters, so then it looks like they kind of have a shadow to them. So I'm going to do that at both sides of the layout, the bottom right and the top left. And I'm just using a sponge and some ink, some Heroes Art ink. And like I said, pale tomato and charcoal. And I find, for me, I like using inks better than sprays. I still use sprays sometimes, but I don't have as much control and it makes more of a mess, and I like things to be neat. So that's why I like inks better than sprays. Now I'm going to use, that is a leftover of that pattern paper. I just taken the full sheet to kind of show that it was a Studio Calico paper. I mounted that photo on the Amy Tangerine with the polka dots, and it's basically what I used as the background. The back side of that is polka dots, so I just used the second sheet and matted the photo. Now I'm going to take the other Amy Tangerine pattern paper, and it's all hearts, gray hearts, and I'm going to make a second mat a little bigger, but I'm going to put the red strip in between those two layers, so you can kind of tell it's not necessarily two layers one on top of the other. It just adds extra interest to the page. Now this is where I decide that I'm going to use that strip, the brand strip, and I do that a lot. I use a lot of the brand strip in my layouts because I just think they're so nice and I want to use them up. Now, how I start a layout, I usually choose 2 main colors and then I'll throw in an earthy color. So obviously my earthy color this time is gray, and a little bit of craft, because the what do you call that thing? The cork frame is crafty. And then I add 2 main colors, and this time it's going to be red and yellow. So when I start pulling embellishments to stick in the middle of the page, I go through my stuff and look for anything yellow and red and then throw it in the middle of the page. Now I had to go find that second sheet of paper so I could get the rest, and a second branding strip or brand strip so that I could finish those strips on the layout. And instead of using washi tape, I used the brand strip. And I used one of those die cuts that it was one of the sheets of pattern paper, and the back side is all things that you can cut apart. So I just, before I even started working, I just cut everything out. I just cut everything out so that everything is ready. And that doily came in the kit, and I thought maybe I could use it on this layout, but I just wanted to use what I already had as bases. I took, you're going to see me cut apart. It's just below the layout right now. It is a transparency, and I don't use them over photos. What I do is I use them as layers on my layout. I thought maybe of using that wood grain. And when I took out that wood grain, I found a sticker that I had punched out quite a few layouts ago, and I didn't end up using. And what I do is I have a little heart jar, and it was actually a candle, and it's a glass jar. And when it was empty, I washed it, and now I use it to keep my extra little embellishments, things like that. Stickers that I, take the stickiness away and I don't use it right away. I stick it in there, and then the next few layouts I try to use them up. This is where I decide I'm going to take that transparency and I'm going to cut it in 3, and I'm going to use it as part of my base for grounding my embellishment clusters. And I'm right now, this is layout number 4, but I'm actually going to, after this, start on layout number 8. So I've been using the kit really a lot. I'm really enjoying the colors and the combinations of colors that I can do with this kit. And, sadly, I canceled my Studio Calico kit or membership. And it's not because I don't love my Studio Calico kits, obviously, because I do like 20 some layouts per kit, but it's sort of stressing me out that they're building up. So I'm just going to cancel the membership until I can catch up. And I also started Scraptastic, and I have to say I'm really like the kit that's on its way now. And then they sent us a little sneak peek of what what month are we? What February is going to be, and I'm loving everything. And what I like is they have so many embellishments. So I don't know if I'll start Studio Calico again, but for now I'm just going to cancel my membership and wait till I catch up. Now, after I'm done the September one, I think I'm going to jump and start on the Scraptastic. And I don't know. I think I might start with the January kit that's coming right now. I know I have a couple of other kits, but they're all Christmas based. And really, right now, I'm not in the mood to scrap Christmas pictures. I'm in the mood, like, to me, like, if you notice, there's a lot, well, this is sort of fall, but I want summer to get here. Like I was telling my sister-in-law last week, probably where I work is one of the places that gets affected most in my whole province, the most, because even the police stations, like, they deal with areas. We do our whole province. So it doesn't matter if the snowstorm is wherever in the province, we get it. Like, we have to deal. So anyway, the recording had stopped. So basically, it just makes it so that I get over winter really quick. Really quick. And this year it's been a heavy, heavy year with a lot of snowstorms. So all of us are just basically over winter. We just want spring to get here and winter to go away. So all that to say, I am so anxious to start scrapping with summery colors and fun and bright colors and summer pictures. And so I can feel that summer's getting here quicker, I can see that I'm going to be grabbing photos from last summer and the summers before and start doing those up because I am really missing summer. So I like to do my pages in a couple of stages. I figure out my base, and then I like to glue it down, and then I start throwing stuff in the middle of the page. As far as my embellishments, I choose, I would say, in anywhere between 5 and 11 different embellishments, and just stick it all in the middle. And then once I feel like, yep, I have enough and I can really build little clusters with this, then I try to figure out, okay, how, which one is going to go in front of which. And basically, I try both. I try in the front, I try in the back. There's not really any rules as far as that. I try both, and I go with what I like the most. So, and then I try to put, if there was a feather in one cluster, I try to put it in all three. And then I put some stars, like there were stars and sequins. And I try to add, again, 2 variety of colors. So this time I chose red and yellow. So I do the same thing for my embellishments. It's all going to be red and yellow, and try to pull this layout together. And there was, quite a bit of feathers that came as die cuts that came in this month's kit. So I just try to, add them to whatever layout. If I can get them to fit, I just put them on. It was quite the rage there a few months ago, the feathers. And we haven't seen them in a little bit, but we got them in the kit. So I'm trying every time I can find feathers that will coordinate with my page, I'm going to use them up so I can use, like I said, my kit first. So this here is a metal embellishment that I got in my Freckled Fawn kit. It's an embellishment kit. It's called Oh Dear Me. And I got, was that the first or the second kit that it came in? I've been subscribing. They're 6 months old, this kit club. And I've been subscribing since they started, since the very first kit. And so what I do is I keep my Freckled Fawn embellishment kits close, and I try to use them up as my extra embellishments. So now I'm going to take some yellow twine, and and this is the accident that I said that happened. I squeezed my bottle, and the glue did not come out of the tip. It split. My glue literally split down the side, and there was a string of glue that went across my mat, across my brand new trimmer that I'm going to show in a few layouts, and I have my thread sitting there all over my thread, and then I have a bookcase, and it went right up the bookcase. Like it was unreal. Like it just spewed right out and flew right across the room. Like I said, if I would have kept the recording, that I could have showed you my reaction. It was quite funny. I literally, I jumped and I screamed, and I was like, oh my goodness, I can't believe that. So by putting the piece of Scotch tape on, it makes it so that the air is not getting in there and it's not pushing glue out. Because, that glue is literally brand new. I think I used it twice, and this is what happened. I don't know if I don't know my own strength or what, but anyway, it just split it right down the bottle. So hopefully I'll get to finish it up because, like I said, it's a brand new bottle. Just opened it. So that twine was actually from Studio Calico. And it's really, really thin, and it's all one color. So it's not like yellow and white. It's just yellow. So I really like it. It's really fine, and it's just something different. And I showed in a haul that I bought a new rolly cart. And from my twine, I had this little drawer, and everything was kind of squished in. I had to push down and push the drawer in because it was such a hard time. So that rolly cart, what I did was there's 2 drawers on it. I put one that's all my twine, and it's a deep drawer, and it fills it almost. So I don't know how I made it fit in that little drawer. And then the bottom drawer, I put all my 12 by 12 and 6 by 6 Crafters Workshop template, because where I was keeping them, it kind of had outgrown its space. So this is where I'm working on the title, and I use the Amy Tangerine Gray stickers that came in the kit. And out of 7 layouts, like I said, I'm starting number 8, and I've used 5 out of these on 5 out of 7 layouts. So that's awesome. I'm getting them used up. And now I'm using some mini markets, cream and red, and I also use the Tim Holtz Ideology label letters, and I love those. And I have 2 packs, and I'm so happy. One of them came in a Studio Calico kit, and I didn't even keep it with the kit. I took it out right away, and I put it with my stash, because my first one, I can see like I'm using them up quite a bit. So I want to make sure that I have a second one right there handy. Now I'm going through my stash of enamel dots, and once I open a package, I take them out of the package because it's a pain to keep pulling them out of the package. So I just leave them out like that. I have a little container. I keep them all in right on my desk, because it's probably one of the things that I reach the most for. Now I had some gray enamel dots, and I needed brown ones, so I took my Copic markers and I colored 3 in. And then I had some yellow and red, so it just kind of ties. I used 1 enamel dot of each color that I'm kind of have in there. Like I said, I like earthy colors, so where I had used that cork, that's why I wanted to use some of those wood grain stars, because I wanted crafty colors somewhere else. And that's why also I wanted some brown enamel dots, just to kind of, so that it wasn't the only thing on the page that was sort of crafty brown. So I'm going to put my title right there at the top of the layout, and I have 3 different fonts, and I love doing that. I love using more than one font for my title. And so this page has quite a bit going on with a lot of layers without it having, like, a lot of it is on the background, but it still has dimension, I guess, to the layout is the word that I was looking for, because of my template that I use inks, and I use different colors of inks, so it added dimension. And then also all the embellishments on the page added dimension. Now I'm adding 3 colors of mist: a red, a gray, and a brown. And now I'm going to show you some close-ups and some still pictures. If you want to see more still pictures, you can go to 2 Peas in a Bucket and Studio Calico in the members gallery. I upload all my layouts there. I also do it on Pinterest, and the link is in the description. And if you want to join us on Facebook, we are over 500 on the Facebook, and I have a ton of people that have started doing process videos, and they put links on that Facebook group. So thanks for watching. Bye.